Introducing the Open Palm Podcast with host Jerome Shaw, available today on your favorite podcast platforms. The Open Palm Podcast is a positive, uplifting, motivational, and inspirational podcast. The host brings his insight and philosophy, and you can't help but gravitate towards his smile, his words, and his wisdom. Again, the podcast he hosts is titled The Open Palm Podcast. It's about inspirational messages, motivating themes, and thought-provoking ideas and topics. He'll also help you become more aware and in harmony with your own life, giving you a better understanding of your place in the world and using your skills accordingly, greeting the world with an open palm instead of a closed fist. You can find the show today on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and more. You can also connect with the host on Instagram at Jerome Shaw. That's JROMESHAW on Instagram. Jerome Shaw with the Open Palm Podcast. Motivation, meditation, mentality. Go listen, download, and subscribe today.
There's a quote by Louisa May Alcott that says, "Far away, there in the sunshine, are my highest aspirations. I may not reach them, but I can look up and see their beauty, believe in them, and try to follow them." When I read this quote, I think about how climbing mountains, which may seem daunting at first, because we often observe the peak of the mountain, but we don't look upon the base of the mountain. We don't realize that to get to the peak, we have to take one step at a time. And it's good that we take one step at a time. When we're climbing the mountain and we get to that summit, we may look out and see all the glory. We see farther than we could before. We see things that we couldn't see from that ground level. At that high elevation, we are elated. It is a euphoric feeling of accomplishment, whatever that mountain is in our lives. But the unique thing about getting to the top of that mountain is that when we look beyond, we see something else. Another mountain. And this, I believe, is the true beauty of existence, that there will always be another mountain. For as the quote states, "Far away, there in the sunshine, are my highest aspirations. I may not reach them, but I can look up and see their beauty, believe in them, and try to follow them." When you follow your aspirations in life, you in fact may reach them. But I believe that if you do, and when you do, they won't be your final aspirations. There will always be another mountain. Thank you for listening, my friend. This has been Jerome Shaw on TOP, the Open Palm Podcast here in San Antonio, Texas. I trust you received an encouraging message letting you know that even if you reach those highest aspirations, the ones you've written down in your journal or written in your heart or in your mind, you will have more aspirations. It will not be the end of your story. Continue to hold your pen in your book of life and keep writing. Share this episode with someone who needs to hear it. And if this is your first time receiving this podcast, subscribe for more inspirational messages like this. If you feel compelled to support, consider opening your browser to anchor.fm/jshaw and clicking that support button there is much appreciated. Big shout out, love, and appreciation to all the wonderful supporters who continue to contribute to the podcast. I'm grateful for you. Have a blessed day or night wherever you are. Grab the new book out on Amazon. It's called Finding Inner Peace by Jerome Shaw. And as always, take care, my friend.